Wasn't that a scary transition though? Like going from the stability of what a law career I can imagine can give you to going completely into the creative world. Weren't you
Yeah,
scared?
yeah. I think, like, I think for me, I was probably quite fortunate in that I did it off the back of a viral moment. And I mean, it wasn't a viral moment in terms of like, you get something that might be viral for like one day.
Hmm.
This moment was viral for like months. And I think because of that, and I mean, it probably makes sense, I guess, if I tell you what.
Is this how you got the name Cheeky DJ?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. I want to
So,
know the story. Yeah.
yeah, so basically, and it's funny because not many people know it actually, because I don't kind of walk around shouting about it. And so I think unless you've kind of like searched on YouTube my name or whatever, then, or if you've like gone to like the very, very, very bottom of my Instagram feed, then you wouldn't necessarily know. But so whilst I was working as a lawyer, I also worked at a community radio station in Brixton called Represent, and they were partially funded by the Prince's Trust. And so when Prince Harry and Meghan announced their engagement, their first public outing as an engaged couple was to the station to kind of see, I guess, where the funds had gone and, what the community had been doing and the community station had been doing. And I remember I was working at the time as legal counsel as Nissan. And I remember sitting at a desk in the office, maybe the day before, and I was like, oh, Prince Harry's coming to the station that I volunteer at. And I'm going to take a half day the next day so I can go down to the station. And obviously I led like two separate lives. So I'm a DJ on the one side and a radio presenter on one side. And then on the other side, I'm like in a suit and, working in a corporate world and stuff. And so I remember like taking a half day, driving home and getting changed because I didn't want to rock up to the station in my suit.
Yeah.
So I got changed. I think I put on a tracksuit or something very casual and then got the tube to Brixton, which is where the studio was. And because of the fact I had to leave work, I was running a little bit late. And so I got to the studio and they'd have shut the doors. So I couldn't actually be inside the studio, but there was like, I think they allowed about 50 to 100 people in the viewing sort of section outside. So I was like, cool, it is what it is. It's not, not the end of the world.
You're there.
I'm there. But I think like, and this is why I think things happen for a reason, because I just happened to be stationed like literally at the entrance where Prince Harry and Meghan walked in. And I don't know, something just came over me to tap him on the shoulder as he walked past and give him my business card. And I was just like, I think I was doing it as banter, like for jokes and stuff. And I was like, if you need a DJ for your wedding, hit me up. And he like looked at it and put it in his pocket. And then the crowd like just cheered and stuff. And then afterwards, someone tapped me and was like, oh, I got that on video. Do you want it? And I was like, yeah, send it to me, send it to me. Like, even then, like, I wasn't thinking anything of it. And I just tweeted it as a joke, just slip Prince Harry business card. Maybe I'll get the gig and then put my phone in my pocket. They obviously went into the studio, did what they did, and then they came back out. And like, I was with friends at the time and it was basically in Pop Brixton, which is like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been before.
Yeah, like beautiful open space.
Yeah,
cool,
like
cool vibes.
yeah, like loads of different like street food outlets
Yeah.
and stuff. So I think I'd even gone and got food and I was just sitting chilling with my friends and stuff. And then one of my friends was like, Giovanni, open your Twitter. I was like, what do you mean? Like, and I literally opened my Twitter and like I was just overwhelmed with like the video had just gone viral, it blown up, and I had all these like newspaper outlets like messaging me, oh, can we use your video? Can we contact you, etc., etc. And bearing in mind, this is Prince Harry and Meghan's first public engagement.
Yeah.
So you've got all like the main UK and even international news stations with their camera crew outside the studio, anyway, outside Pop Brixton. So we walk out, and at this time, I didn't really realize how big the story had blown in terms of me giving the business card. And so stations were like wanting to speak to me and stuff and ask me questions. And I just thought that they were just asking like random people from the public. Like they were like, what do you think of Prince Harry and Meghan? And like, what do you think of, the fact that it's an interracial couple and stuff? And I didn't think much of it. And afterwards, I kind of like, when I look back, I was like, actually, they were actually coming to speak to me. Anyway, long story short, it continued to spiral to the point where I ended up going on Good Morning Britain. I went on there twice. I did so many other like interviews globally, CNN, E! News, Time Magazine. There were like like, you know, I think it's called, is it Bridal? Like this wedding magazine. Like I had
Yeah.
basically like all these publications like featuring me and stuff. And then the thing for me when I realized that I was in a moment was like I was in the office and it was becoming too much of a distraction in the office. So work would like take a week off and deal with it and then come back when it dies down. And during that week, I ended up being in a Snickers advert with Elton John, signing some tracks to Sony Music. And, you know, like, I was just like, I can't now like push this to the side and go back to my regular desk work in the office, you know. I basically, you know, said to work, like, I don't think I can do this. How can we kind of like make it work so that I can just focus on this? And, you know,
Yeah.
otherwise I'm just going to regret it. Like 2 years down the line, I'll be like, what if? And I think I'd just go mad just with wonder. So yeah, I quit, I guess, my job at Nissan at the time. And yeah, like I just started. And yeah, so in terms of when you said, was it scary? I don't think it was because it was all exciting. I do think, you know, like leaving the security of a, you know, a 9 to 5, or I mean, in my case, the hours were a bit longer, but leaving the security of a salary is a scary thing to do. And there were scary moments when, I guess, when I'm chasing invoices as a creative and, you know, like not being paid and, you know, being owed money from venues. But I think in that moment of like taking the leap, I don't think I felt scared. I felt excited more than anything. But like, I feel like most people, you know, would probably be a bit like anxious at least, you know, but I think my thing was unique, you know.
Yeah.